Hey guys, what's up? My name is Sean Winnie today. Tara, pag-usapan natin itong naging bakbakan ni Kaado Paglinawan ni Commodore J. Tariela at ni Congressman Ace Barbers. So actually, kung napanood nyo ito, no, mas masarap kung naandun kayo mismo nung nagsasagutan itong mga to. Alam mo kung bakit? Kasi doon mo makikita kung sino yung sobrang defensive, sino yung kalmado, at sino sa kanila ang talagang alam ang sinasabi. Pag-usapan natin, guys. Okay. So, kung maalala nyo, no, and I don't know how many of you ang sumubaybay sana ng TRICOM. Halos lahat ng TRICOM hearing na andun si Jay Tariela. And he's just talking the same shit, the same thing. Diba? At ang naging major niyang target ay walang iba kung hindi si Sir Mark Lopez at saka si Kaado Paglinawan. You know, Kaado Paglinawan, pinapanood po natin yan sa Iparash Mo Kay Paras. Okay? We've been supporting the channel of Attorney Jing Paras, Secretary Jing Paras, and definitely napapanood din natin doon si Kaado Paglinawan. Okay? At doon mo makikita na every time you watch them, alam mong may laman yung kanilang mga sinasabi, maliban doon sa part na alam nila ang kanilang sinasabi. If you recall, there was even a point, no, that even Commodore Tariela admitted na hindi niya pa fully nababasa ang ano ng UNCLOS. Diba? That's one of his session. Hahanapin natin yan. We were actually there nung sinabi niya yon. No, if I record it correctly. Diba? Tapos, kinall out niya si Professor Ana, kinall out niya si Sasurgando Sasot, kinall out niya si Sir Mark Lopez, kinall out niya si Kaado Paglinawan. So ngayon, nagharap-harap na sila ngayon. Pakinggan natin dito yung sinabi ni Commodore Tariela. Diba?
Paul, sir, I would like to thank the members of the 19th Congress sa TRICOM na to that for the first time, we're able to address itong misinformation and fake news concerning the West Philippine Sea. But my reaction to your opinion, Mr. Chair, I would like to say that this is not a diversionary tactic of the People's Republic of China. Ang laban natin sa West Philippine Sea, totoo po ito. At ang obserbasyon nyo po in different takes of different fronts na hinakaharap natin ay sinasadya po yan ng China. Ang issue po ng West Philippine Sea is just one portion of the multi-front that the People's Republic of China is doing. I wouldn't agree with you na sinabi nyo pong this is just a diversion. Totoo po na ang ating pong Armed Forces of the Philippines, Philippine Coast Guard at ang Bureau of Fisheries and Aquatic Resources ay nakaka-experience ng bullying, aggressive actions, water cannoning, and they are risking their lives for our position in the West Philippine Sea. Hindi po ito diversion, ito po ay totoong nangyayari araw-araw.
At maraming mga Pilipino ang tunay na naapektuhan doon sa fight against them.
Yes, Mr. Chair, especially the ordinary Filipino fishermen.
Yeah, and siguro I will agree with you, no? Kasi kayo yung mga nasa ground na nakaka-experience ng hirap na dinadanas ng ating mga members ng ating pong Navy. And salute to all of you, no? Mahirap yung laban, but at the same time, marami din kayong naranasang mga fake na mga news against our members of the armed forces, no? But yun nga po, you want to say something about yung sa mga fake news na thrown against you?
Well, yes, sir. No, Mr. Chair, if you will allow me, I'm just going to reiterate. No, I think I mentioned this already twice. The impact of fake news and misinformation in our fight in the West Philippine Sea. Sa
Here's the thing, ako, as much as possible, hindi naman. I get so tired of all the, sabihin na lang natin ping pong, bouncing one information to the other. No? Bilang tayo, spectators, viewers, consumers ng mga ganitong usapin. One of the best thing na pwede natin gawin here is that hindi porket sinabi ni Tariela, ibig sabihin yun na yung Bible truth. Tama? At hindi rin porket sinabi ni Sir Mark or ni Kaado o ni Sas at kung sino-sino pa, sila na yung may hawak ng Bible truth. What I'm trying to point out here is that, number one, we have the luxury of comparing notes. Diba? Babanggain natin yung statement ni Tariela at ng ibang mga tao. At doon natin i-analyze kung sino sa kanila ang may sinasabi. Sino ang may sense at wala. Kasi sa totoo lang, no, sabihin na lang natin, one of the things that I'm so tired of hearing is that parang bata itong si Tariela, walang ibang ginawa kundi parang magsumbong. Ano ba yung best way natin para matapos na itong aggression na ginagawa ng China? Na pag winater cannon tayo, mag-water cannon din ba tayo pabalik? Pag binangga tayo, baggain na rin natin. Ganun ba? Yun pa yung best way natin? Diba? Kasi tayo, ang ginagawa natin, puro diplomatic lang. Diplomatic. And yet, hindi natatapos yung aggression na ginagawa ng China. Bakit nga ba ginagawa ng China yan? Simple lang. Dahil kiniklaim nga ni China na within our EEZ, teritoryo nila yan. Diba? And mind you, hindi lang po China ang nag-claim niyan. Even other neighboring countries natin, may kiniklaim within our EEZ dahil nag-overlapping ang EEZ nila sa EEZ natin. Pero wala tayong naririnig about Vietnam. Wala tayong naririnig about other countries. Dahil ba aggressive lang sa atin ng China? This is why we've been very, very aggressive din in disseminating information. Wala ba tayong yun lang tanong din natin eh. Wala rin ba tayong karapatan para maintindihan natin exactly kung ano ang nangyayari dyan sa West Philippine Sea? Hindi porkit sinabi ni Tariela, papaniwalaan dapat natin agad. We are in a democratic country where we can compare one information to the other and we analyze it from our own understanding. Kung merong hindi malinaw para sa atin, then we should start asking questions. Maybe to those people who we call scholars when it comes to geopolitics, or maybe we can ask Tariela himself. Pero dun sa nakita natin na nangyari dito, it was different. Diba? Ano sabi ni Kaado dito? He's not pro-China, he's not pro-US, he's pro-truth. Pro-truth. At ang ginagawa nila, sila ang nagpa-fact check. Diba? Balikan natin si Tariela.
Pang ilang beses ko na pong babanggitin, our greatest challenge in our fight in the West Philippine Sea are not just the big vessels of the People's Republic of China, but especially for our fight against misinformation and fake news. Ang pinakamahirap po na laban ng ating pamahalaan ngayon para tindigan ang laban natin sa West Philippine Sea ay ang magkaisa ang mga Pilipino. Ito po ang dahilan kung bakit mayroong tayong transparency initiative under this government where President Bongbong Marcos supported the publication of all the aggressive actions that has been happening in the West Philippine Sea. Dahil po dito, sa loob ng mahigit na 2 taon na, nalaman po ng ordinaryong Pilipino kung ano ang pinagdadaanan ng ating Philippine Navy, ng Coast Guard at ng ordinaryong mangingisdang Pilipino sa gitna po ng agresyon ng People's Republic of China in the West Philippine Sea. The second
Kaya nga, so dahil nga nagkakaroon ng aggression ng ang China sa ating mga Coast Guard at sa ating mga fisher folks, anong gagawin ninyo? O pag binangga kayo, anong gagawin nyo? Gawa lang ng not verbal, papadala si China. Diba? Anong better way? Pag binangga ba kayo, iyak na lang kayo, sulat kayo not verbal. Kasi ako para sa akin, pagka matapang ka magsalita, dapat mas matapang ka sa gawa. Diba? Kung marami kang sinasabi, marami kang dinadaktak, mas gustuhin kong makita na binibigyan mo ng solusyon ng problema ng mga fisher folks natin at saka ng mga Philippine Coast Guard natin. E di pag winwater cannon kayo, mahirap pang i-water cannon sila pabalik. So they would understand kung anong pakiramdam. Kasi again, panahon lang ni Marcos na nangyayari lahat ito eh. Yung panahon ba ni Pinoy nangyayari ito? I don't know. Maybe I never cared. Kasi yung panahon ni Pinoy, wala naman ako sa Pilipinas. Diba? This is the thing why I never tackle the West Philippine Sea, because there are a lot of information and discussions that will gonna tawag dito, will gonna arise. Ano naman alam natin doon? I've read the UNCLOS. I've read the tawag dito, the arbitrary ruling. And I felt na it's still not enough for me to open my mouth and talk about West Philippine Sea. There's so much about the West Philippine Sea issue. Yan ang dapat nilalabas ni Tariela, hindi yung puro ganyan-ganyan lang yun. No? Na lagi lang niya sinasabi yung aggression ng China. Excuse me. Sabihin mo sa amin kung anong pagkakaintindi mo sa arbitrary ruling at saka doon sa UNCLOS. Then you should start discussing that. Mas karapatan ng mga kababayan natin na maintindihan mabuti kung bakit nga ba ganyan na lang ka-aggressive ang China. No? Sino ang nag-create ng EEZ? Sino ang nagsabi na, oh, ito yung EEZ ng Pilipinas, ito yung EEZ ng mga kapitbahay nila? Kasi come to think of it, guys, ano? Kung ibang bansa ang gumawa, no, ibang international organization ang nagsabi na itong EEZ mo, kung ito ang EEZ natin, bakit nag-overlap sa ibang country? Sino nagsabi na ito ang EEZ ng Pilipinas? At bakit hinayaan nila na ang EEZ ng Philippines ay nag-overlap sa EEZ ng ibang country? Doon muna tayo. Naisip din ba nila na yung possible claims ng China? Diba? Saan ba tayo dapat bumalik? Balik tayo sa history. We have to understand paano nasabi na ito ang EEZ natin. At paano nangyari na ang EEZ natin nag-overlap sa ibang EEZ ng ibang country. Kasi China pa lang ang kaanoan natin eh, kaagawan natin eh. Meron pa tayong ibang kaagawan. And still, they're not acting on it. The other question is, ang ating EEZ ba is part ng sovereignty natin? Is it part of our territory? That's the other question eh. Oh. Kasi it's always easy to say, atin to. O sige, asaan ang dokumentong nagsasabing atin yan? Asaan yung dokumentong nagsasabi? Like mga land title, na nagsasabi na itong parting ito ay amin. Mula rito hanggang dun. Wala naman, di ba? Ang pinakamagandang gagawin ni Tariela is ipaintindi sa atin yung mga bagay-bagay. Hindi yung kung ano-ano sinasabi niya na alam naman nating nangyayari, na binabangga sila, na wina-water cannon sila, na kinakawawa yung ating mga fisher folks. We do understand where they're coming from. But the question is, bakit yun lang ang nagiging action nila? Diba? When are we going to end? Pag sinuportahan ba natin yun, no? Well, we support that. Okay, that's number one. Pag pinakita ba natin na aggressive tayo as a keyboard warrior, will that change anything? May mababago ba yun? Kakadakdak lang natin. Ang China hindi nga nagsasalita eh. Puro sila action eh. Paano action? Yung pagtataboy nila sa mga fisher folks natin, yung pagbangga nila sa mga PCG votes natin. Diba? They don't talk, they act. I think we should do the same too. Diba? O, balikan natin si Tariela.
The impact of this is we receive tremendous support from the international community. Hindi na lamang po nag-iisa ang Pilipinas sa pagkondena ng maling aksyon ng People's Republic of China pagdating sa West Philippine Sea. But despite of the transparency efforts of the Philippine government, tayo pa rin po ay na-expose sa panibagong laban natin, that is to counter misinformation. Tumaas po ang bilang ng mga social media influencers and even pro-China trolls to counter our own narrative. If we're going to categorize their narrative, ang una, sinasabi nila, it basically undermines our own position. Sinasabi nilang wala tayong legal na basihan, wala tayong napala sa 2016 Arbitral Award. Secondly, majority of them are also saying that ang ginagawang pagtindig ng ating pamahalaan sa West Philippine Sea ay dikta lamang ng Estados Unidos. At ang pangatlo sa lahat, sinasabi nilang Pilipinas ang nagpapataas ng tensyon sa West Philippine Sea. Despite of our evidence showing to the public that is the smaller Coast Guard vessels that are being harassed by the bigger China Coast Guard vessels. At ang pang-apat sa lahat, ang paulit-ulit nilang sinasabi na ang ating mga spokesperson na tagapagsalita pagdating sa pagtindig ng West Philippine Sea ay binabayaran lamang ng US Embassy o dinidiktahan lamang ng Estados Unidos para ilahad itong lahat ng ito. Ang kakaiba rito sa mga trolls and social media influencers na ito, ang linyahan ng kanilang pagsasalita ay naa-align sa narrative din ng China. I wouldn't believe that these are just purely coincidental. I think there is a motivation why they are doing this, and there is a coincidence with...
Alam mo, dito sa claim ni Dariela, mas maganda sana, no? Kasi ako, ayoko ng mga ganyan dakdak lang ng dakdak eh. Yung sinasabi niya na yung narrative daw ng China at saka ng mga Filipino supporting the whatever. Dapat nagpakita siya eh. Nagkaroon siya ng, statement from China at saka sinabi ng yung kanyang inaakusahan. Pinagdikit natin. Diba?
The pro-China narrative.
Kasi dito may sasabihin si Kaado.
And the statement of the People's Republic of China to counter our fight in the West Philippine Sea. Karamihan sa mga pro-China influencers na to, they are hiding from the constitutional freedom of expression. Ang sabi nila, opinion lamang nila ito, naniniwala silang wala tayong legal na basihan, wala tayong napala sa 2016 Arbitral Award, at tayo mismo ay dinidiktahan lamang ng Amerikano. Gayunpaman, tayo po ay naniniwala, gaya po ng sinabi ni Justice Carpio, our fight in the West Philippine Sea is intergenerational. Ito po ay ipapamana natin sa susunod na saling lahi ng Pilipino. Kung ngayon...
Yeah, that's the thing. Kung halimbawa na mapatunayan na ikaw nagsisinungaling Tariela, gaya ng ginawa mo nung ikaw ay isang PMA, matatandaan ka rin ng bawat Pilipino kung anong klase ka. At mamanahin yan, yung kahihiyan mo, mamanahin yan ng mga anak-anakan at apu-apuhan mo na.
Yun pa lamang po, ang ating pong mga kabataang Pilipino ay may expose na sa maling impormasyon ng West Philippine Sea.
Well, here's the thing. Newsflash. Yung mga kabataan ngayon, walang interes sa politika ng Pilipinas, not until nagkakaroon ng eleksyon. Mas interesado sila makapagjerjeran. Diba? Kaya nga, ang taas ng HIV natin ngayon sa Gen Z. Imagine mo, the youngest yata is 15 years old. The problem with these people, they've been dragging the youth, and the youth is not interested about anything. Nakikigulo lang sila. Alam mo yan, nakikisakay lang. I'm not saying all of them, but there are people, no, there are members of the youth sector na pinag-aaralan nila ito. They do not listen to you nor to anyone else. May sarili silang, may sarili silang sistema.
Mahihirapan po tayong tindigan bilang Pilipino ang issue ng West Philippine Sea. Mahihirapan pong magkaisa ang Luzon, Visayas at Mindanao para sabihin natin ang laban natin sa West Philippine Sea ay laban nating lahat bilang Pilipino.
Diyos ko naman, the problem is you cannot force people, every single one, to believe you. Especially if you have history of lying. Diba?
Ito po ang pinakamahalagang bagay na magagawa po ng 19th Congress to stop misinformation and to make sure the Philippine...
It's not, walang batas ang pwedeng magpapatigil ng misinformation. The only way to end misinformation is to fight it with true facts. Sabi ko nga ang mga Pilipino ngayon matatalino na. What they do, binagbabangga nila yung mga informations na yan.
Filipinos will be united with the right information.
See? Gusto nila maging synchronized tayo sa kanila. Gusto nila, kung ano yung sinasabi nila, yun ang paniniwalaan natin. Which is, we know that is very, very impossible.
Naniniwala po ako na ang issue po ng West Philippine Sea, the only way that we can be able to awaken the sense of patriotism of our countrymen is to provide them with the right information.
Exactly. Then yun ang gawin nyo. Diba? Provide us with the right, correct, unbiased information.
Saka lamang po nila malalaman na hindi po tayo bilang Pilipino ang magkakalaban kung hindi po China. Maraming pong salamat.
So, ang gusto ni Tariela dito, kalabanin natin lahat ng China. Diba?
Naniniwala ka, Commodore Tariela, as long as there is politics in this country, yung pong pagkakahiwa-hiwalay ay magpapatuloy. Why? Kasi may sinusunod ang ating mga kababayan pagdating sa kanilang mga leader sa bansa. Like for example, meron tayong Pulahan, meron tayong Dilawan, meron tayong, ano pa ba yan? Green, di ba? And as long as the people are following all these leaders, yung stand nila on pro-China and pro-America, hindi yun yung magiging priority nila. They follow their leaders. And that's the reason why, tama yung sinabi mo kanina, that we need to educate our people that this fight is not against red, against green, or against pink. This is against the intervention of other country. We are a sovereign country. And each and every one of us love our country.
Okay. I agree with Kong Dan here, no? Kong Dan Fernandez. Ang problema kasi, 'di ba? Ang problema kasi pag pinasukan na ng politika 'yan, ng interest, doon na nagkakaroon ng problema. 'Di ba? Diba?
But the problem is, napopolarize tayo because of politics. And the people should understand and should learn how to differentiate yung love for your leaders, and love for your country. Mahirap tanggapin dahil tayo, ganun din tayo mga politiko. Sometimes kung sino yung leader na ating pinaniniwalaan, we believe all his yung kanyang issues that he's fighting for. And
O, di ba? Kaya talaga sinabi ko na itong si Congressman Fernandez, he ended his term in a very high note.
ako, I understand na talagang dapat natin ma-educate yung ating mga tao and try to let them understand that unti-unti na tayo. Unti-unti na tayong sinisira ng ibang bansa.
Yun yung ano dyan Kaya kung magbibigay ka ng information, it has to be unbiased. Diba? Dapat walang halong kulay. May point naman dito si Dan Fernandez
At maliwanag pa sa sikat ng araw that they're causing this division. Unfortunately, there are those that are being paid to suit the narrative of our foreign invaders.
Now, the question is, you have to, with that accusation, you have to prove that. Not only in the TRICOM, but to any courts. You have to prove that.
Anyway, so kung meron pong mga question, yung ating mga members, Congressman Is Barbers muna, and then Congressman Abante.
Ito na.
Maraming salamat, Chairman. Before I ask the question to Commodore Tariela, ako po yung naniniwala na minsan po, kagaya po ng sinabi ni Chairman, meron pong politika na involved dito. Ngunit sa aking punto de vista, Mr. Chairman, ang ibig bang sabihin na napupolitika kaya nahahati ang may pumapanig sa China, may pumapanig sa Pilipino? I perfectly understand if some of the Filipinos would support a candidate, a local candidate at that. I would perfectly understand kung merong pinapanigan na mga Pilipino rin. Pero kung pumanig ka sa China at tinulak mo ang naratibo ng China, hindi na politika yun. Pag-traidor na yun sa atkot, Pilipino ang gumagawa po niyan. Ngayon, nabanggit kanina ni Commodore Tariela that there are some, I suppose, correct me if I'm wrong, there are vloggers who are actually pushing forward the narrative of China in the issue of West Philippine Sea. Is that correct?
Yes, Mr. Chair.
Can you identify them and inform this committee kung sino-sino itong mga to?
As what I mentioned during the last committee meeting, Mr. Chair, I have identified Mr. Mark Lopez and also Mr. Ado Paglinawan. He has written a lot of articles contradicting the factual narrative of the Philippine government when it comes to our fight in the West Philippine Sea.
Oh, okay. So, you also mentioned that there could be a motivation why they're pushing forward the China narrative. Is that correct?
Yes, Mr. Chair.
Okay. So, ano kaya ang motivation, Commodore?
Well, I don't have any idea behind the motivation, Mr. Chair, but we can just probably Mr. Chair, I have identified Mr. Mark Lopez contradicting the factual narrative of the Philippine government when it comes to our fight in the West Philippine Sea.
Oh, okay. So, you also mentioned that there could be a motivation why they're pushing forward the China narrative. Is that correct?
Yes, Mr. Chair.
Okay, so ano kaya ang motivation na Commodore?
Well, I don't have any idea behind the motivation, Mr. Chair, but we can just probably speculate, no? For some
And
other reason.
based on your speculation, what could have been, or what could have been the motive or motivation of these people who have been pushing forward the narrative of China?
Well, looking at the incidents that happen in different countries, Mr. Chair, we know for a fact that there are people who are using a pro-China narrative, whether in the United States or in Australia or any other countries, because they are being supported financially.
Doon ba sa kanilang mga did they state some facts on kagaya po nung sinabi ninyo na sinasabi nila na kayo ang trayon?
Yes, Mr. Chair.
And did they state some facts or dahilan kung bakit ganun ang kanilang sinabi?
They did not support such claim, Mr. Chair. They just mentioned taksil ako. And for example, for Mr. Ado Paglinawan, he always enjoyed calling me as tonto of Mr. Ray Powell.
Is Mr. Paglinawan here? You are Mr. Paglinawan, sir?
Opo.
Okay, pwede po bang magtanong sa inyo, sir? Ano ho ang inyong posisyon tungkol sa paglalagay ng mga installations or buildings sa West Philippine Sea ng bansang China? Ano po inyong pananaw dyan?
Ang pananaw ko po dito ay hindi napipinto sa pro-China o pro-US. Dahil kami po sa Asian Century PH. With all due respects to the Congresswoman from Bataan, ang aming pong panuntunan, kumukuha kami ng mga aligasyon, pina-fact check namin. At kung may diversion nagbibigay kami ng sarili naming opinion. Yan po ang proseso na aming sinusundan. Sa pagtatayo po ng mga installation ng China dyan, yan po ay batay sa kanilang pananaw. Maaring mali yan sa ating pananaw, pero sa kanilang pananaw, tama sila.
Sige po. Sa inyong pananaw, sino ho may-ari ng West Philippine Sea? Yung tinayuan nila ng installation, Mr. Paglinawan.
Unang-una po, kailangan bumalik tayo sa basic definition of terms.
Sir,
Nagbanggit po kayo
Excuse me
ng
po.
West Philippine Sea.
Excuse me po, sir. Yun na lang po, para hindi po humaba. Doon na lang po sa area where the Philippines claims ownership on those islands na tinayuan po ng China, ng kanilang mga installations. Ano hong pananaw nyo doon? Tayo po ba may-ari noon o sila?
Wala po tinatayo ang China sa mga sa mga lugar na ating inokupa.
Doon ho sa Scarborough Shoal, wala ho ba silang tinayo doon?
Unang-una po, mismo sa testimonya ni Mr. Tariela na antas ng pagpapatupad ng batas ay ang customary law. Yan po ay pinagtitibay ng actual occupation, sustain, administrative control, and defense if necessary. Magbibigay po ako ng ehemplo. Noong pong 2012, dito po sa, with all due respects, dito po sa inyong privilege speech, sinight ninyo that the occupation of Scarborough Shoal in 2012 marked a significant turning point with China asserting historic rights as their justification. Isumiti po natin ito sa fact check. Hindi po ang pinagtitibay ng China sa Scarborough Shoal.
Mr. Chair.
Ang soberanya po na in-exercise ng China sa Scarborough Shoal
Mr. Chair.
is out of the fact that we abandoned control after the stand
Okay, sige
off.
po, sir. Teka ho, para ho medyo lumalawak na tayo kasi sa aking pananaw ay maybe be wrong. In your case, you may also be wrong. Sabi po ng UNCLOS kasi, yung area yon ay atin. Kaya nga ho, ang tanong ko sa inyo, ano mang inyong pananaw?
Wala po kayong maipapakita
Mr.
sa
Chair?
akin.
Mr. Chair.
Sa UNCLOS, dayang area na yan.
Hindi ho ba naging dispute yan because kaya nga ho nagkaroon ng arbitral ruling noong 2016. Dahil po kiniklaim yan at tayo naman po ay kiniklaim nating ating yan. Sige, Commodore Tariela, excuse me lang sir.
Wait.
Excuse me, sir.
Order,
Si
order.
Commodore Tariela.
Let the chair
We all understand that the 2016 arbitral award has already invalidated the historic whatsoever claim of the People's Republic of China. So we should not allow Mr. Ado Paglinawan saying all those lies because as I said, he's a pro-China fake news purveyor, and we should not allow him to say those kind of things. In this hallowed hall of the House of Representatives.
Mr. Chair, abogado po ba si Mr. Pagliawan?
We can ask him. You can ask him personally.
Abogado po ba
Mr.
kayo?
Ado, you are now recognized. Chairman Abante is asking a question. You can answer him
Mr.
directly.
Chair,
Go ahead.
abogado po ba kayo, Mr. Pagliawan?
Hindi po. Ako po ay marunong lamang
Hindi
magbasa.
po kayo abogado. Ano po? Marunong kayong ano?
Marunong lang po akong magbasa.
O, pangalawa, ako rin po marunong magbasa eh. Pare-pareho tayo.
Opo.
Pangalawa, kayo po ba'y tagapagsalita ng China?
Hindi po.
Hindi pa. Hindi ho kayo tagapagsalita ng China.
Hindi po.
Pero parang pinagtatanggol nyo ang China.
Hindi po.
Hindi, pinagtatanggol nyo ang China.
Hindi po.
Hindi, pinagtatanggol
Ang
nyo ang China.
pinagtatanggol ko po ay ang katotohanan.
Huwag kayong
Kung ako'y
sumigaw
bibigyan
dito
nyo ng
sapagkat
pagkakataon,
mas malakas ang
ay
boses ko sa
sasabihin
inyo.
ang base
Point of
ko.
order, Mr. Chair.
Order.
Point of order, Mr. Chair.
Yes, what's the point of order, Chairman Akop, please?
The resource person concerned I think does not know the rules. So it's better that we remind him of our rules so that any member of this committee, I think,
Refrain from talking while the members of this committee is still have the floor. So again,
Yes, Mr. Chair.
Mr. Chair.
again, wait. This is a reminder to all of us, no, na mga resource persons, no, to answer, sumagot muna kapag nirecognize na po ng chairman. Para meron po tayong kaayusan sa ating pong hearing. Okay, for
Mr.
now,
Chairman, the
for
last
now,
time I check, I have the floor.
Mr. Chair.
But I beg, I will...
Mr. Chair,
agree that-
Congressman Ako, please.
I would like to remind the resource person and recognize and obey that rule. I hope. And if you notice the rule, I hope.
Sige, Barbers.
Yeah,
But before you proceed, no, kasi you still have the floor. Nag-interject lang si
and
Congressman
thank you
Abante.
for reminding me that I have the floor.
Yeah, you have the
Mr.
floor.
President.
But can you allow me to ask some, ano lang? I
You're the
just wanted to
chairman,
be educated on this because a while ago, Mr. Ado was telling us that he read about the UNCLOS decision. Is it correct to assume that you have read the UNCLOS decision? You can answer. You are
Mr.
now
Chairman,
recognized. Yes.
bago po masagot ni Mr. Paglinawan yung tanong na yan, meron po sanang tanong muna. Tanungin natin siya, ano ho ba ang inyong expertise? Kayo ba ay expert? Ano ho bang inyong credentials, sir? So that we would know na
Mr. Chair,
Go ahead.
ako po ay nagsilbi na diplomat sa Washington, D.C. from 1986 to 1993.
Ano pong position niyo po doon,
Ako
Mr.
po
Ato?
ay Special Assistant to the Ambassador and concurrent Press Attaché and Spokesperson for the Embassy, and for 2 years for the UN Office of the Permanent Representative of the Philippines.
And who was the ambassador during that time?
Ano po?
Sino po yung ambassador during that time?
The ambassador during that time was Ambassador Emmanuel Pelaez.
Emmanuel Pelaez. Okay. So, UNCLOS po, binabanggit po dito kanina, nadinig ko po si Commodore Tariela, that hindi po ako familiar sa UNCLOS. I haven't read the whole decision yet. But what I heard a while ago was that historical claim of China was abandoned by the UNCLOS decision. So, yung kiniklaim nila that that part of the WPS is part of their historical territory had been abandoned by the UNCLOS decision. Would you agree with that? Since nabasa po niyo yung UNCLOS?
Ako po,
Hindi,
Mr.
sagutin niyo po
Chair.
muna ako, sir.
Ako po.
Kung yun po ba, would you agree na sa nabasa po ninyo sa UNCLOS decision, yung pong historical claim ng China ay inabandon na nung decision yon? Tama po ba o mali yung nadinig ko kanina? Inabando na po ng desisyon sa UNCLOS yung historical claim ng China doon sa area natin sa West Philippine Sea. Were you able to read that part? Were you able to read that part? Were you able to read that part?
Mr. Chair, binanggit po ni Mr.
Mr. Ado, tinatanong ko lang po kung nabasa po ninyo, sabi nyo nabasa nyo yung UNCLOS decision. Ako hindi. Nakikinig lamang po ako sa usapan ninyo at binabanggit po ni Commodore Tariela that it was abandoned, the historical claim of China on that part. So, ang tanong ko po sa inyo, nabasa niyo po ba yun? Na inabandon na ng
Hindi
UNCLOS?
po inabandon yon, Mr. Chair.
So, hindi inabandon ng
Imposible
UNCLOS?
po.
Wait. Hindi inabandon ng UNCLOS decision yung historical claim ng China.
Hindi po. Mr. Chair, babasahin ko sa inyo ang arbitral ruling.
Sige, go ahead. Para maintindihan po namin kung
Dahil
talagang...
marami pong propaganda na kumakalat. Dito tayo sa letra.
Can you kindly give us your document that you are holding
Ito
right
po,
now?
I agree with Mr. Tariela in the 2016 Arbitral Award, paragraph 278. Dineklara po ng Arbitral Award na yung 9-dash line ay walang legal basis.
So,
Tinatanggap ko po yan.
so abandon yan.
Opo.
Inabandon na yung historical right ng China doon sa 9-dash line.
Hindi, nag-create sila.
Unang-una po, Mr. Chair, if I may, hindi po naging posisyon ng China sa arbitral ruling yan dahil ang China ay hindi nag-participate sa arbitral tribunal, sa arbitration. Ang nagsumiti po niyan ay ang panel ng Pilipinas. The claims of China in the South China Sea
Mr.
are
Chair.
based on historic titles, based on historic
Mr.
rights, based on history.
Mr. Chair.
Okay.
Mr. Chair.
Mr. Chair.
Okay, ang tinatanong ko po kanina, kung doon po sa desisyon ng UNCLOS, even without the participation of China on that ruling or on that proceeding, ay inabando na ng desisyon yung historical claim ng China doon sa ating pong parte ng West Philippine Sea. Yun po yung tinatanong ko eh.
Hindi po naman UNCLOS ang nagdesisyon, Mr. Chair.
Mr. Chair.
Arbitral ruling.
Yung arbitral ruling.
Opo.
So yun din po yun eh. It's all
Mr.
the
Chairman,
same.
Mr. Chairman, if I may, I don't think he's the right person to speak about the UNCLOS decision. In fact, he's getting confused as to the what is the arbitral ruling and what is the UNCLOS. Alam mo, Mr. Chair, may I ask, Mr. Paglinawan, you mentioned kanina you're a diplomat, tama?
Opo.
Bakit ka naging diplomat? Are you holding a plantilla position in the DFA? Anong position nyo?
At the time of my appointment, Your Honor, I was a political appointee. But at
Political
the time of my termination of tenure,
No,
I
sir.
was certified by the
Sir,
President to
sir.
have already been joined the ranks.
Sir, hindi ka ho diplomat. Hindi ka ho diplomat. Kasi ang diplomat po, organic po sa Department of Foreign Affairs. Oh, yan po yung mga ambassador. Kayo po ay hindi. Kung special assistant lang po kayo, you're not the right person to speak about that. Anyway, Mr. Chair, maybe
Mr.
we
Chair,
Tingnan niyo guys kung ano yung diplomat. Salita ko na salita. Wala pala. Sabi ni Barbers, ang diplomat daw ay ambassador lang. Pero ayon dito kay co-pilot, diplomats in the Philippines are representatives of foreign government who work to maintain and strengthen international relationship. They include ambassadors, consuls, and other officials stationed in embassies and consulate across the country. Their responsibility range from negotiating treaties and trade agreements to assisting their citizens abroad and fostering cultural exchange. The Philippines hosts numerous diplomatic missions with embassies and consuls. So basically, ang isang diplomat po ay hindi lang ambassador, hindi lang consul, ito ay other official stations and embassies and consulate across the country. Diba? So dito pa lang, obviously, kaya natawa, okay guys, kaya natawa si Kaado. Clearly, hindi alam ni Barbers kung ano yung sinasabi niya. O balikan natin.
We can go to another resource person, Mr. Chair. Meron po kasing information dito eh. You were one of the delegates to the...
Anyway, we're gonna end it here na, no, guys. Obviously, kitang-kita naman natin kung paano nila pinagkaisahan dito si Kaado Paglinawan. 'Di ba? Hindi nila binigyan ng enough opportunity for Kaado Paglinawan to explain himself. And Ace Barbers, hindi niya alam na ang isang diplomat pala ay nag-extend hindi lang sa pagiging ambassador, but if you're a government official, no, gaya ng naging posisyon ni Kaado, you are considered as a diplomat. Another thing is that para sa kanila, ang UNCLOS at arbitral ruling ay isa. Okay? When in fact, to many, those who understand, hindi po pareho ang UNCLOS at saka arbitral ruling. Isa pa dyan, dinidiscredit nila si Kaado, no? Dahil hindi naman siya, sabi nga, he's not the right person, no? So on and so forth. Kaya tuloy, ito yung sinabi ni Kaado sa kanyang isang post 18 hours ago. Sabi niya, okay, palakayin natin guys. Sabi ni Kaado dito, Hoy Tariela, kung baka hoy naman to si Kaado. Hoy Tariela, ikaw ang traidor at ito ang ebidensya ko. Ito naman yung USB na sinimiti ko sa Kamara Representante, saksak mo sa baga mo ang sinabi mo, ikaw ang traidor sa incoming generation. China is in complete control, tapos nagpapatrolya kayo dyan. Sir, high seas na po yan at tayo ang pumapasok sa territorial sea ng China sa Bao de Masinloc o Scarborough Shoal. Anong preba mo na sa atin yan? Si Carpio at ang 1734 Velarde map? You even tried to con me sa TRICOM. Tinatakot mo pa ako o humarap ako sa mga kakutsaba mo. Sino unang umalis? For the record, you were the first one to leave the People Center dahil napahiya ka. Napunta ako sa China noong 2015 and 2019 on tours for Philippine journalists. Bayaran na ako ng China, but under oath, sinabi mo wala kang evidence. So what you doing? Hindi ba slander yan? I serve as press attaché sa Philippine Embassy in Washington, D.C. for 7 years. Bayaran na ako ng US. But you went to Washington, D.C. 2023 as a fellow of the East-West Center. What does that make you? Celebrity? Iba ang goose at iba ang gander. Nag-missionary ako sa Caribbean, Latin America, and Africa. Does that make me a nigger? Teka nga muna, umalis ka sa PMA dahil you cheated in a management science exam noong 2003 and found guilty of violating the honor code by a committee headed by then now retired Major General Edgardo Arevalo. Hanggang ngayon ba naman, Jay, dinadaya mo pa rin ng mga taong bayan? By your recklessness, you are putting our uniformed personnel in clear and present danger. Hindi pa tayo tapos. See you in the 20th Congress. Diba? Okay. So, meron siyang pinakita ditong post, no? Sabi nga niya, PCG, PH lost control of Bao de Masinloc after Scarborough Shoal standoff. So, palabad din si Kaado, no? Hindi niya ito masasabi nating hindi ito magpapaano sa inyo. Magpapatali or something. Palaban talaga to si Kaado, you know. Dahil para sa kanya, he has a very strong tawag dito. He holds a very strong information that will support his claims about mas maganda rin na I haven't watched the video of Kaado, but we'll definitely do that. For sure, yung mga bagay siguro na hindi yung mga bagay na gusto niyang sabihin during the TRICOM hearing, because of time constraint, I understand na hindi enough yung oras, pero binigyan nila ng oras yung mga tao na sabihin na lang natin, sige, consider na lang natin importante rin ng kanilang mga sinabi, pero mas importante sana kung pinayaan nilang magsalita itong si Kaado Paglinawan dyan sa TRICOM. Diba? Anyway guys, again, maraming salamat sa panonood. Please don't forget to subscribe, like, at i-comment nyo na rin ang inyong thoughts. Medyo mahaba ito guys, but I think it's worth watching. I'll see you in the next one. Bye guys.